Successive Approximation Tool. Our Successive Approximation Tool demonstrates the complete process of successive approximation in a dynamic way. Teachers no longer need to calculate all the square numbers. The divisions of the range where the square root lies are demonstrated with an easy-to-understand animation. Learners can instantly understand the meaning of the successive approximation method. Now let's see how the Successive Approximation Tool works. First, enter a number here to find its square root. Here, we'll use the number 15. In the text box for the first calculation, enter the integer that is closest to the square root without going over it. In this case, it will be 3. For calculation 2 of the successive approximation method, we can see that the square root of 15 is between 3 and 4. Let's divide the range into 10 equal parts and look at each range to find in which part the square root lies. We can see that it lies between 3.8 and 3.9. Now we once again divide the range into 10 parts and observe where the square root lies. Through this process, students learn the pattern of how to get to a square root using the successive approximation method more accurately. Let's repeat the step again, and here is the range. Now we know the square root of 15 is about 3.872. If you want a more accurate number, repeat the process again. This is how we find a square root using the Successive Approximation Tool. Geometry Plotter. The Geometry Plotter is a teaching tool specifically designed for two-dimensional geometry, Euclidean geometry. With Geometry Plotter, not only can users draw graphics quickly and precisely, but the graphics are also adjustable. Users can observe the interrelation between different objects through hands-on operations. This is the geometry teaching tool that mathematics teachers have been waiting for. Let's start by drawing a perpendicular bisector. First, draw a line segment with points A and B on it. Next, draw a circle with A being the center, and draw another circle with B being the center. Adjust the two circles to be identical in size. Now, mark the intersections of the two circles. Draw a straight line that goes through the two intersections. Set the two circles to be auxiliary lines. And this is how we draw a perpendicular bisector using the Geometry Plotter.